So,
Yes,
so would you consider music your first love?
definitely at this point, knowing what I know now, definitely. And like I always had gifts, man. Like even of course telling you like being 2 and 3 and messing around with drums and stuff like that. I remember in kindergarten beatboxing for my friends and stuff like that. They were so amazed, you know, like because my aunt was in the military, my aunt Marilyn, so she would come visit here and there. Like so, then we would say we riding out of town somewhere. I would hear she would play Michael Jackson.
Hmm.
For that's the first time I now when I first heard Michael Jackson, I thought it was a woman. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like being a kid though, I'm 4 or
Uh-huh.
5 years old, but I'm like, I knew I enjoyed the music and I could remember the melodies and stuff like that. Now, not a singer by any means, but the melodies and stuff come into play like for remembering the music or recreating music or even creating original music. But I always had a knack for hearing the different parts, not just the drums, but the bass, the synthesizers, the keys, the guitars, the horns. I can individually pick those even though in a track they're working together, but
Uh-huh.
my ear can pick them apart and understand what each of them are doing individually, you know, if that makes sense.
Right. So did you play in school
Nah,
or
man. Like the crazy thing though is, and I was thinking about this the other day, like because even playing drums in church before I started playing keys and stuff, you know, you have churches come and visit your own church sometimes. So every once in a while, like I see somebody that I actually go to school with, maybe in first, second grade, they come to the church. I remember a guy, shout out to my boy, Boyd Tarleton. I remember, I think we was in like maybe second or third grade. So his church had visited my church, and I'm playing drums and everything. So the next time he saw me at school in the lunchroom, I saw him. I didn't know him well at that time, but I saw him and he was telling somebody and pointing at me, and I knew he was like talking about the fact he saw me play drums. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that gave me insight that I must be pretty good at it.
right?
You know? Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So there's no this one time at band camp story from you.
Nah, oh yeah. So to answer your question, I kind of digressed a little, but I didn't take band or anything. I played
Uh-huh.
sports, you know, in school until like 11th grade. I was played football and stuff. Got injured 11th grade, then I started working, so I never went back to play football and stuff. But never any band classes, man. The thing with me is that I played by ear, and I went from drums to pianos and keyboards, and of course pianos and keyboards isn't a section of band per se. So I never was in band. Now